Alright, what's going on, everybody? How's it hanging? How's it going? This is Bio here, and it's been quite some time since my last commentary. Things got pretty crazy over here. As you know, Thanksgiving happened, had tons of family up, so we're just kind of chilling back, kicking back, watching some American football, and eating way too much than is necessary. You know, I'm a pretty skinny guy, so I can kind of gorge every now and then. And on that note, I'm going to go on a tangent here because this thing just popped in my head. A lot of people stereotype gamers as being like short to medium height, you know, kind of chubby guys with really bad acne. And in my experience, seeing thousands and thousands of different gamers at MLG events and different LANs and events and things like that I go to, that couldn't be further from the truth. So I don't know where this comes from. I don't know where this idea comes from. So no, more often than not, it's like tall, medium to tall, lanky guys that are really skinny. That's more often the case than it is this other stereotype that people tend to make up. I don't know where it's coming from because it's just factually wrong. Yes. Okay. Anyways, tangent done. Okay. Gotta stop. Okay. So, but yeah, just kind of kicking back, hanging with my family. Had some family up that I hadn't seen in a while, so it was nice to hang out with them. Had my niece and my nephew over. Man, those freaking two are crazy. I got both mornings that I live in an apartment, and so I was at my house, my parents' house, I should say. For a couple days, just hanging back with my family because everyone was there. And both mornings they woke me up. One morning they jumped on this blow-up mattress that I was on, and it was only half inflated, so knocked me off in the air for a little bit. I was like, okay, time to get up apparently. So yes, I love them to death. They're fun, but they can get a little crazy, man. Did I have that much energy when I was that old, or that young, I should say? It's crazy how much energy little kids have, and just like, oh my gosh, I could never be like a teacher for elementary or anything like that. You know, a babysitter. That unless your kids are saints, then I'm going to do not very nice things to them very quickly. Moving on before I get arrested here. So yeah, the kind of shopping season for video gamers is finally kind of winding down a little bit. I'm sure it'll pick back up right before the Christmas season. But kind of winding down here as all the games that were going to come out, all the big name titles that were going to come out, have come out pretty much at this point. There's probably, I haven't checked up. There's probably one or two other games out there that I'm kind of forgetting. People are going to be like, "Why? What about this? How dare you? My favorite game." But yeah, kind of winding down here a little bit. All the big ticket items are out there and ready to go. So I said this before, but I really wish they would have just put at least one of these big name games, Gears of War 3, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, one of these big name games. I wish they had put them earlier, either in the summer or the very early fall, like really early September, mid-August, sometime around there, because they would have had a huge advantage as there would have been no competition-wise, especially since most of these games are shooters, so having just one new shooter out would have been huge, and I think that would have helped them more than hurt them. Because, they're all like, oh, we need to be close to the holiday shopping season, blah, but, well, I don't know. It's a trade-off, so. And plus, it would have been nicer for gamers, especially if, like, Gears of War 3 was originally slated to come out back in April, and then it got delayed. Even though, to be honest, I don't think it really needed it. The beta was fine. The beta was one of the best beta, probably the best beta I've ever played, and better than most full game releases, final game releases, so I'm not sure why that got pushed back, but I really wish it hadn't, so. Oh, well, oh well. It probably would have been better for the company, in my opinion, but I am not a business analyst. I am not a market analyst, so don't take my word for it. But, yeah, so all these games kind of coming out. The crap storm is kind of winding down here. Black Friday just happened. That was, I'm not going to lie, I went out shopping. But I didn't, wait in line for 17,000 hours and, go out there with intent in an RV and, grill, cooking up some food, waiting for a store to open. But, I went right at midnight, so it wasn't too bad. I wasn't up at the front of the line, so I didn't see any trampling or deaths occurring. But I'm sure there was probably some frenzy up front, some fusion frenzy up at the front there. And actually, there was a couple horror stories I heard that most of you guys have probably heard by now. But I think there was one out in California where some lady at a Black Friday release, at a midnight release, had pepper sprayed a ton of people. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know if maybe she's the wife of that police officer at that UC campus or whatever that was pepper spraying all those students. Yes, Bio's making connections. All right, but no, this lady had pepper sprayed a ton of people trying to get, I don't know, some big ticket item like a TV. I don't even know what it was. I didn't read up on the story too well, so some of the things I say may be factually wrong. You have been forewarned, but. Yeah, that's crazy because, like, even if you're not directly hit with the pepper spray, just that stuff being in the air will make your eyes water and itch, and you'll be in pain. You'll be in pain. Pepper spray hurts. For those who don't know, it's not just like, oh, my eyes, I can't see. It's like, holy mother of God. It doesn't feel good. So But yeah, that was one horror story, and then there was another one. I forget where it was, and once again I only briefly read over the synopsis of the story. So, but there was an older gentleman who was with his grandson. So this guy, is probably in like his 60s, 70s, somewhere in that range. He was with his grandson, taking him out shopping. And his grandson got tripped up, which is very bad news because these places are chock full of people and they're running all over the place, hither and thither. They're running all over the place. And so this grandson, or not the grandson, the grandfather, he had put a couple of games under his shirt real quick. He wasn't doing it to shoplift. He was doing it so he could use both his hands to help his grandson up real quick. But one of the security guards there had seen that. And actually, there was 2 security guards involved. One of them was like just trying to pull the guy over and like arrest him kind of quietly, whereas this other guy just like knocked him to the ground, and the grandfather's face got all bloodied up and messed. There's a YouTube video out there, you can see it, but this guy's face got really bloodied up, messed up, and like I said, I haven't read up on the story too much, so I know there was 2 officers involved, or 2 security guards, and one of them just knocked this guy to the ground, and so that was not a very good day for that guy. So. Kind of messed up, but yeah, kind of crazy. That's funny. I don't know whether or not they do Black Friday over in European countries or other countries outside of the United States, but I mean, it's just kind of sad, especially from an outside perspective when you look at it. I mean, here's people going crazy, just going insane, willing to knock people over, willing to trample people to death, just to save a few bucks. It's like, okay, that's kind of messed up. So I mean, when I went, the place I went to was fine. People were courteous, excuse me, thank you, that kind of stuff. There was one lady who, like, I was there shopping with my brother-in-law, and this one lady, and my brother-in-law is kind of a big guy, he works out and stuff like that. But this one lady, probably in her mid-30s, pretty short, just runs right in, just bam, and we're just walking, keeping an eye out, making sure we're not running into people and things like that. And this one lady just comes barreling into him, and she almost got knocked over because, my brother's a big guy. And she's like, excuse me, it's like, okay. We would just kind of let her on by, but that's, I don't know, it's kind of funny. But this is crazy. Downfall of Western civilization right here taking place the day after Thanksgiving, the day after a holiday which is based on the actual history of Thanksgiving, not so good. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate it. Appreciate you guys checking out my videos and listening to me ramble about random things, rambling man. And yeah, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.